Good morning. So today what we're going to be discussing is circles again. But this time, instead of looking for the circumference of a circle, we're going to be looking for the area of a circle. So the difference between the two is going to be circumference is around the outside edge, whereas area is going to be everything in the middle of the circle. All right? So we're going to walk through a couple examples, and then I'll have a challenge for you at the end of the video. Before we get started, I wanted to review real quick that when we're finding the area of a circle, you're going to need to know the radius, which is from the center to an outside edge, or the diameter, which is a line that goes from either side of the circle and crosses through the center of the circle. And then you also need to know pi, and pi is 3.14 is what we're going to use as an estimate. So the first thing I want to talk about is the formulas. So there are two formulas for finding the area of a circle. Obviously we have one for when we're using the radius, and we have one for when we're using the diameter. Let's start with the radius one because it's a little simpler. So you're going to have to take r squared first, then you're going to times it by pi, okay? So then when we're working with diameter, we need to take the diameter divided by 2, then we are going to square that answer, then we will times it by pi. So a little more steps when we're using the diameter, but it's still possible to find the area of a circle when you're using diameter. For our first example, we have a circle here with an 8-inch radius. So the first thing we're going to do is square that radius. So that would be times it by itself. So 8 times 8 is 64. Once we have our radius squared, we want to take that number, so 64, and multiply it by pi, or 3.14. And then when we do that, you're going to get 200.96. So then the area of this circle is 200.96 inches squared. So if you haven't already got it yet, but you will need a calculator to find the area of a circle, unless you want to start doing all these calculations out by hand. You're more than welcome to do that, but it does get a little tedious when we start doing that. For example 2, we have a circle here with a 6-foot diameter. So the first thing we want to do is divide that diameter in half. So 6 divided by 2 is going to be 3. Then we're going to want to square our answer. So 3 times 3 is 9. So then once we have 9, then we're going to times that by pi. So 9 times 3.14, and we're going to get 28.26. So the area of this circle is 28.26 feet squared. For your challenge today, what I want you to do is go back and use the same circles that you used yesterday to find circumference, and now find the area of those circles. And then I would like you to also compare circumference to the area of the circle. Tell me if you notice any patterns or if you see any connection between the two. It's okay if you don't. I just want you to go ahead and do that comparison and see if we can get some critical thinking out of this as well. So once again, your challenge is to use the same circles you used yesterday for circumference, except for now you're going to be finding the area of those objects, and then you're going to compare the area of the circle to the circumference of the circle, and then tell me what you find. Alright guys, good luck with the challenge. If you need any help, please feel free to reach out through me via email, or if you need to set up something else, I'm sure we can work out something. Good luck.